Mic check. as we play our national anthem.
True patriot love in all of us common. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Ken Nickel Recreational Center down in Beaumont, Alberta, just south of the capital, Edmonton. It's a matchup, Tier 1 matchup between the Red Deer Rampage and the Beaumont Outlaws. And this is the one and only matchup that these two teams will have head-to-head, playing in different divisions. Of course, the Central Division for the Red Deer Rampage. They're third in the division right now, entering this game through 6 games played. They're 3-3 with 6 points, sitting 3 points back of the Mavericks and 3 points behind the Silvertips, who lead the top of the Central Division. And for the Beaumont Outlaws, they're in the North Division, and they ranked third in their division, 3-2, 6 points through 5 games played as we get underway for first period action. I'm Zachary Kubish, pleased to be joining you here on the call today. Thank you for tuning in to CROW LAX TV. This should be a good matchup as right off the Rampage get set at the top of the zone. They send it over to Dowswell, and it's fired right on. Caught by number 35, Reed McLeod, as he tries to send the pass up, but it's intercepted, and the Rampage will hold on. It's worked from off the wall. I believe that's Braden Nichols. He flops it back into the hands of Sola. Now back to Nicholas, who fires right through. That's up to McLeod. McLeod, the bounce pass off the floor to Jesse Porter. He turns away with some speed, takes it up through middle, but it'll be whistled back. Couldn't get over the line in time, so it's given over back to the Rampage. It's held in the hands of Dowswell. Dowswell, number 4, Riley. Dowswell to Cox, trying to send it through. That's picked off by number 28, Bees. He's thrown down, and it's picked up now by St. Germain. Germain over to the captain, Colton Cox. Fired right through and goes off the back wall up into the protective netting. So 3 shot opportunities from the Rampage. This possession is given now to the Outlaws. Storm in towards the net, throw right on, and finding the back of the net is Marcus Hildebrand, making it 1-0 Outlaws. Just 1:37 into the contest. First look, and doesn't make any mistakes on that one. Going over the right shoulder of Colin Heisler. So we got set now for another draw. And a misplay off the face-off. Possession handed to the Rampage as they try and tie the game up. They get set up here in the offensive zone The Outlaws then storming towards the net, thrown past the cage. Fought for possession. It's picked up by the Outlaws. Booth has it. Booth lofting it over into the hands of Goudreau. Dropped the ball for a second. Now it's Brooks. Brooks into the hands of Rossman. Rossman waiting up, evading pressure, spins aside, second spinning chance off the left shoulder there of Heisler. Good evasion there from Rossman. Rampage fired in, that goes off the wall. Picked up by an Outlaw defender, back through the middle of the floor. Now it's into the hands of Sika. Sika over to Porter. Cody Porter trying to make the pass on the inside. Chance right there and tight. Couldn't get the clean shot on. Good defense from the Rampage from the quick striking Outlaws, who are up 1-0. Got the goal 1 minute and 37 seconds into the game from Marcus Hildebrandt, number 22. Ripped right on from the top of the zone. That high riser goes wide, bounces off the wall, comes up for grabs, bounces to the near side boards, and ends up all the way down into Rampage territory. A fight for the ball along the wall. Bees battled out for a second as it gets rolled back to the top of the zone. The Outlaws control with Goudreau. Goudreau hands the ball off, makes a change. Carter Grace with the pass into the hands of Rossman. Back to the top of the zone. Couple quick passing plays into the grasp of Heisler, who's there for the stop. Sola gets it to Dowswell. Now to St. Germain. Germain waits, fires, scores! Justin St. Germain with a heater finds the back of the net to tie it at 1. So 15:58 left to go in the first. It's 1-1. A couple good goals, a couple good shots from each side. Has an even playing field once again. So the Rampage take it from the draw. It's Cox. Had it there momentarily. Now the Outlaws gain possession from Ellis. Ellis sends the pass into the hands of Carter Grace. Grace works his way up the zone. He's pushed back to the wall, cuts inside to the middle, maintains possession, gets knocked down to the floor. Outlaws still with the ball. Porter trying to turn aside, in front, chance. Saved by Heisler. Worked up the zone pass to the far wall. The Rampage slow things down. Dowswell waits, a misplay on the pass. Good read there from Sika. Sika in all alone, 1-on-2, gets in towards the net, fires one on, and it goes to Heisler. So the Rampage, the misplay giving a glorious chance to Sika. But now they work back up on the offense. Worked into the corner now. It gets bumped off the stick of Dowswell. High hit there, but trudging his way through the zone was Osman. Osman into number 11, Ellis. Ellis getting pinned up along the wall by Colton Cox. Now to the near side. Couple dancing feet. Charging towards the net, but that will be foot in the crease for number 19, Porter. So the Rampage have a chance to bring it up once again. McRobbie to number 11, St. Germain. Robbie St. Germain to Dowswell. Dowswell with the move on the inside, behind the back play. What a move by Riley Dowswell. to find the back of the net. And you know, with plays like that, I wonder how much players practice that before trying it in game, because he made that look effortless. 2-1 Rampage. And each team has seen some individual efforts so far to create those grade A chances, and almost one made there by the Rampage, but good interception by number 18, Osman. Well, now it's a 2-on-1 battle against the wall, trying to shake and shimmy his way through number 44, Sika. Ball is now given to the Rampage, so quick up to Dowswell. Dowswell back inside in front of the net once again and takes a heavy spill to the corner, though he gets up quickly. Good chance sacrificing the body there as the Outlaws now set up in Rampage territory. So Dugan. Dugan waiting, hands it to Porter. Porter makes a pass across. Now Grace. Grace one-handed, trying to swing it through the zone. He gets it on Heisler, maintains possession. Carter Grace, near side corner, working it up. Behind the back play now from number 11, Ellis. A couple fancy moves. Action so far, all 3 goals spectacular. Now it's fed out from McLeod. Far side, Cody Porter has it. Hildebrandt waits up, gets it to Jesse Porter. Into the corner, spinning move. Grace off the right shoulder of Heisler. Strong on that one to come up and block that one. Now Grace. Grace swings one through, same side, same save. Now charging up the zone are the Rampage. Opp waits up, gets it to Justin St. Germain. The assistant captain hands it to Wyatt McRobbie. McRobbie bobbles the ball for a second, keeps it in the mesh of his stick, waits up, feeds it back to the left side of the net now. Thrown right through by Dowswell. He has to try and find it in the corner. That he does. Number 6 with it. Intermission. Fake shot. Low. Firing chance through Dowswell. That bounces off the wall. The Outlaws take it. Booth gets swarmed there by the Rampage. Fast pass up, but no good. Beast says no. And jumping up to take that one was Brooks. The hard pass gets it now into the corner for Sika. Sika rolls the ball out to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt still with it. He's getting defended by Avery. Chance on the right side and trying to find that top right corner. No good. Heisler is able to keep it. Pass attempt blocked. Sola. Good work by Hunter Sika to force possession in favor of the Outlaws. Cody Porter in the hands of Brooks. Brooks trying to see something, doesn't see what he likes, hands it over to Rossman. A hard shot through it, bounces up to the middle of Rampage territory. It's worked up now, one-on-one play. Pike from his knees to the far wall. Sola. Sola with the pass, trying to find Pike. No one evades him. Now keeping the ball to the floor for the Outlaws on defense. Dowswell. Shot clock expires. I believe they will be taking a quick timeout with 9:47 to go in the first. It's 2-1 for the Rampage. This Tier 1 matchup. So the leading point scorer for the Rampage is Ryan Antonishin. 17 points through 5 games played, 9 goals and 8 assists. Wyatt McRobbie has 16 points of his own through 5 games, 8 goals and 8 assists. To juxtapose that for the Outlaws, their leading point scorer is Carter Grace. He's played 2 games, 7 points, 4 goals, 3 assists. There's 3 players tied for that amount. Lucky number 7. Jesse Porter also has 7 points of his own, while Marcus Hildebrandt had 7 entering this one. With 3 goals now, has 4 in the campaign so far. So the Outlaws start up from their own end. It's Carter Grace sending it to the far side. Back to Grace. Grace across once again. It was misplayed and picked up by the Rampage. Thrown in front, and that finds the back of the net. Tavian Pike. 3-1 Rampage. So good defensive play generates an offensive chance for the Rampage that they capitalize on. Extend the lead now to 2, so on a run of 3 goals. Now at the center of the floor, they get set with the Rampage taking control of the ball. Riley Dowswell up to Nicholas. Nicholas back to Antonishin. To Nicholas. To Dowswell. Dowswell, fake flip pass. Keeps control. Dowswell across. Hard ripper off the floor. Might have been blocked in front. Now running up the floor, Sika. So Sika holds it as his team makes a change. And sorry, that was Keller who had it to Sika. Up the zone, spinning away from the action. Fired through. That's Brooks. Heisler. Quick pass out of the crease. Trying to get it over halfway point of the floor. Fake pass by Sola. Trying to evade the pressure. Gets thrown down. Still whacked at. Still has it. Controls it one-handed. Softly bounces it onto McLeod. McLeod with the high pass to the offensive zone. Wasn't picked up by Sutherland. And Pike works it back up. Near wall, it's McRobbie. To the middle. Dowswell in front behind the back play once again. I think that's the 3rd time that we've seen that, and a battle engaged for the ball here. Work back up the zone. Hard save made by McLeod down low. Had to try and sway his way into that one. Doesn't matter how you make the save. Just matters that you do. Now it's number 8 with it, Rossman. Rossman is a defender against him, loses his stick. It's up to Grace. Grace fake shot in front. Cutting from the crease. Right hand save there. Whistle blown, possession to the Outlaws. It's Grace. Near side corner. Lofted play to Grace. He can't find the cage on that one. Now it's Colton Cox taking a couple whacks. He works his way back. Hands it off, goes for a change. Far side corner, coming back. It pops up to the hands of McLeod. Now lofting pass to number 14, Keller. Keller has it, gets it to Cody Porter. He takes a stumble, keeps it, whips one off the floor, gets his own rebound, fires it back through. It's off the wall and eventually bounces up into the netting. So now it'll be Jesse Porter. Porter holds it across. Fired on by number 81, Dugan. The Rampage get awarded possession. Sola has it, maintains from Ellis. Dowswell to number 11, St. Germain. Nicholas fired on for a moment. McLeod didn't know where it was, but he gets hold of the ball and fires it all the way down the floor. So first to the ball is McKenna. McKenna to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt swinging one through. Save made by Heisler. Pike gets it up for the Rampage. Dowswell. St. Germain gets it. The low pass bobbled for a second by the captain. St. Germain gets it. Quick passing play across. Shot down low. Patted away. Near side now. High pass into the corner. McRobbie gets taken to the wall, though he has possession. Behind the back play by Intermission. So the Outlaws get it to Keller. Dugan takes it from him. Dugan to Rossman. Rossman drops the shoulder. Gets it to Grace. Carter Grace works his way up the zone behind the back play. Hard shot through, and having to squeeze on that one is Heisler. Jesse Porter trying to find one down low. Pass made out by the Rampage, not clean enough, but it bounces now into the hands of Cox. Cox to Nicholas. Nicholas into the crease. Can't get the shot off. So now it's to Ellis. Ellis at middle ground. Trying to work his way up. Ellis, hard pass up to Brooks. Brooks slammed down to the floor. Trying to work that shot away. Couldn't. Still Outlaws with possession. Dugan. A high pass. Had to jump up for that one was Porter. Now Dugan fires one on. Brooks, excuse me. Rampage trying to find Dowswell. Now it's Booth. Booth holds it. Drop pass attempted. The Rampage doing good on the defense. Now Pike comes free with the ball. Pike hard shot. Just misses the cage. McKenna gets it to his waiting teammate, Sika. Porter has it. Jesse Porter gets some help from Grace. Porter finds some room. Couldn't find the shot on that right side. Denied by Heisler. As Grace holds. Shot clock was renewed. Fired on again. Second chance on this rush by the Outlaws. Now Dugan trying to meet Sola in the corner. Sola gets a quick pass up to Nygaard. Nygaard in by himself. Throws it on and it almost dribbles over the goal line, but kept out by McLeod. So it stays 3-1. Hildebrandt spinning move. Worked out to the wall. Sandwich against the board. Still has it. Makes the play. Bouncing shot off the floor. Hildebrandt getting up slowly with that one. Taking a couple hard, heavy hits on that one for that opportunity. Now a 2-on-1 here for the Rampage. And he scores! Riley Dowswell. 4-1. Rampage. And a couple of their chances have been those odd man rushes. Another 2-on-1 opportunity that the Rampage capitalize on in this first. 1:28 to go. Shots are dead even at 16 aside. And hard-fought play from both sides. The Outlaws have maintained a lot of possession time in the offensive zone, but not being able to generate many chances, as it's seen here with the Rampage just draping over the offensive pressure from the Outlaws, making them work for their chances. Now Brooks gets it over to Porter. Porter thrown through, almost bobbles up. Well, that was kicked up behind the net. The shoulder save from Heisler. 40 seconds to go in this first. So St. Germain to Nicholas. Nicholas out in front, right in front of the crease. Good chance off for McRobbie. Now the Outlaws trying to make a stretch pass. It's picked off at middle ground, far side wall. Into the corner for the Campton, Intermission. Intermission firing one through. Rebound comes out to the top of the zone. 10 seconds to go. McRobbie trying to get one through. The ball dribbles out into the hands of McLeod. In the dying seconds of this first. The story will be 4-1 for the Rampage. So hard-fought offense from either side. A couple fancy goals there. Two behind the back plays. One from each side to find the back of the net, but two-on-one opportunities for the Rampage result in the 4-1 lead. Lots of chances off the rush. Rampage fighting hard on the defense, though the Outlaws holding great possession in the offensive zone. We will take a quick break here on CROW LAX TV. And Welcome back for the second period of action between the Tier 1 Outlaws and the Rampage. I'm Zachary Kubish. Thanks for watching here on CROW LAX TV. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We have tons of action around the RMLL here on our platform. But the story after 20 minutes saw the Rampage taking a 4-1 lead over the Outlaws. The Outlaws did open the scoring, 137 into the first frame. Hildebrandt scoring that one, but a 4-goal run for the Rampage has them up by 3. So we start the second period, but some misplay behind the draw at center gives the Rampage the ball to start the period. It'll be taken by McRobbie into the hands of Nicholas. Nicholas over to Dowswell, who has 2 goals from that first, and it's ripped on hard. Now the Outlaws try and make the feed up to the lone man in Rampage territory. Boudreau couldn't get that one. The ball evaded him. Now a hard pass down the floor. Intermission. He waits. It's to Dowswell. Now on that left side into the hands of Nicholas through the middle. Sola whipped from the top of the zone, and that's found through the screen by McLeod. So now Osman hands the ball off to Grace. Grace trying to work the pass through to Brooks. Back to Grace to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt has the pass through. Rossman couldn't get that one, though. It's picked up in the corner now. Diving play in towards the net is no good for the Outlaws. Brendan Johnson trying to get the pass up. Grace has it. Grace in the crease. Another diving play. That one off the right shoulder of Heisler. So now it's a Rampage. Intermission. Nicholas dropping the shoulder, goes in towards the net. Fires that one through. Another one off the bar. That one coming from Nicholas. Play off the floor to Booth. Booth scoops it up. Takes it, gets it to Dugan. Dugan lofts that one out to Brooks. Brooks stopping up. Gets it back to Cody Porter. Porter has some space, gets cleared out and gets thrown through, hits a body. Sika's shot didn't find the cage. The Rampage will have it as the shot clock expires. Spinning play from the defensive end is Opp. Opp takes it, bounces it off the floor to St. Germain. Justin St. Germain has it. McRobbie gets it. It's held out, thrown right onto the crest of McLeod. McLeod to his right side, feeds the pass up to Porter. As the Outlaws make a change, it's handed off to Grace now. Grace, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Grace waits up on left side, trying to see a shot through. Doesn't have the zone now, puts his hand out to block the stick. Grace firing it on. I believe that hit the bar of the net, rattled a little bit there, but it ends up bouncing back into Outlaws territory. Sika gets it. Jumping up for the pass was Dugan. Dugan across the floor to Grace. Grace, he's pressured out. Takes a bit of a high hit, though. Gets it to Dugan. Trying to feed the pass through. Now play from the corner. Spinning chance. That one dribbles after Heisler makes a save. as it rolls into the grasp of the Outlaws. It's Kobe Hain to Porter. Through to Porter. Dugan. Jesse Porter. Porter fires on, and that's held by Heisler. And now pass up the floor, right on towards the net. Can't get it on. Is Nygaard with the chance. Now the Outlaws with it. No penalty taken just yet in the game by either side. 4-1 is the lead for the Rampage. Opp swoops it to Dowswell. Dowswell to Intermission. Back off the floor to Dowswell. Skipping step. Shutters one on. Saved by McLeod. As the Outlaws get it up. 2-on-0 opportunity. All alone in front off the left shoulder of Heisler. Collecting now behind the zone is Sika, who had that chance all alone in front. Couldn't get the pass to his man. Now it's Smith. Smith waits up. Couldn't find play to make. McRobbie. To Justin St. Germain. Dowswell fires. That's squeezed on by McLeod. McLeod makes a high pass through to Jesse Porter. He gets it in his mesh. Cody Porter, the play cross crease. Smacking his stick down on the ground was Rossman. The Rampage. Wait up as they make a change. Sola keeps it. McRobbie. Robbie trying to unload one through the bodies. Does get a clean shot through. Caught in the neck protection area of McLeod. Goudreau, far side. Cody Porter. Grace has it, gets it to Sika. Sika to Grace. Bounces off the backboard. Just 8 seconds on the shot clock. But the ball will be given to Red Deer. Or no, they revert the play, the refs do. So the Outlaws get their hand on the ball once again. Sela to Brooks. Dugan. Dugan and Sela go to work together to try and pick that ball out from the wall. Relentless pressure from the Rampage. The ref's hand is up. McLeod will run off the floor for the extra man as the shot's taken by Sika, and we will see our first penalty of the game. It will be a cross-checking, so 12-21 left to go in the second frame. The Outlaws get the chance to go a man up and chop away at the lead the Rampage have built for themselves. So no score in the second, or no goal, I should say, by either side in this middle frame just yet. But now for 2 minutes, the Outlaws are up 5-4, the extra man. So they take their time as they pass it along the perimeter of the zone. Jesse Porter and Grace are out there. Grace, quick step through. Fires, and Porter has to trail back to take hold of that one. Behind the back play from Grace to Cody Porter. So both Porters out on the floor right now, getting thrown down was Wyatt McRobbie, or Josh St. Germain, my apologies. Outlaws, quick passing play, trying to get one through. Couldn't succeed in doing that. Great passing play from them, and now what a run-up here by Wyatt Avery. Avery into the pads and waiting grasp of McLeod. So the Rampage now. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Grace works it alongside to Sika. Ripped from the top of the zone, and Heisler there with the stop. Number 22, Hildebrandt has it. Grace to Sika. Back to Hildebrandt. Can't see the shot through. Grace. Dugan gets spilt to the floor. Grace finds it. Whips it through. It's 4-2. Off the stick of Carter Grace. The Outlaws down by 2. So on the power play, first man up advantage for either side. And the Outlaws capitalize. So we will continue 5-on-5 action. From the draw, the Outlaws did take hold of the ball, but the Rampage granted with possession. So now it's Nicholas. Nicholas to Dowswell. 2 goals from that first period. Dowswell trying to find the third. Now another chance. Couldn't find the cage. 2 plays right in front, but a holding call will call the plate down dead. I believe that's a penalty to Beaumont. So the Outlaws getting up on the power play with the Rampage taking a cross-checking penalty. And my apologies, it will go to the Rampage. So back-to-back penalties for them. Seth Scott, number 14, will take 2 or less in the sin bin. So Carter Grace at the top of the zone, who scored the most recent goal for the Outlaws on the power play that they had just minutes ago. And Grace trying to find the back of the net once again. 2 goals for Grace in the game. Second power play goal. 2 goals in about a minute and a half for Carter Grace. And the Outlaws are now within 1. So 2 for 2 with the man up. The Rampage gifting the Outlaws with 2 power play chances. They make short work of both. Now the Rampage with a chance, but the hand up will be a delayed penalty now to the Outlaws. So no penalties taken in the first period. 3 taken now. 2 for the Rampage. First 1 delayed here for the Outlaws. The extra man is out for the Rampage. Will be a hit from behind as McKenna, Owen McKenna, number 66, will walk out to the box, and they will call it a cross-checking. So now up by just 1. The Rampage get to work with the man up. Around the zone, they play a bit of catch. Trying to see a shot through. Anthem just missing wide on that right side. He gets it back at the top of the zone. Anthem behind the back play to number 10, who whips one through. Wyatt McRobbie denied by McLeod. So McLeod, the hard pass bounces off the floor. gets into the hands of Hildebrandt, or nearly in the hands of Hildebrandt. He bobbled that one for a moment. It's Riley Dowswell now. Dowswell. Anton Nishin, St. Germain working along the top. Dowswell trying to find his man back door. Play to St. Germain into the crest of McLeod. In transition, both teams making their desired changes. All alone in front, thrown through. Hildebrandt missing by mere inches. Now Hildebrandt fighting, find the ball once again. He flips it up high. It will bounce out to the near wall. He'll take it, controlling it. Saw it the whole way through. It's into the hands of Booth. Booth trying to swing one through as the shot clock was expiring. Only 22 seconds to work for the Rampage with the man up. Justin St. Germain has it. Anton Nishin. Nicholas there as well. Anton Nishin. I believe that bounced out to the far corner, but 5 seconds left in the power play. We'll take a moment to regroup here with a timeout. 7:45 left to go in the middle frame. 4-3. The Rampage lead. 2 power play goals from the Outlaws in about a minute and a half, both from Carter Grace, and then the Outlaws giving a power play opportunity to Red Deer. Haven't capitalized yet with 5 seconds on the man up. And I'd like to say that we greatly appreciate your viewership here on CROW LAX TV. You can find us on Instagram and X as well. So the Rampage will start from the far side corner. A quick play drawn up. And just missing that one was Nicholas. So power play expired for the Rampage. 0 for 1 on the power play on the day. It's Carter Grace with 2 goals, handing it over. So the ball is now given to the Rampage. I believe another penalty now taken by Beaumont. So 4 consecutive penalties, not much 5-on-5 time in this last 6 or so minutes. Oh for 1 with the extra man. In contrast, Beaumont 2 for 2. So now each team has 2 power play opportunities in the game. Trying to work it cross crease with those quick plays. Rampage have the ball picked off, and a hard pass out from Kai Ellis hits one of the speakers on the roofs here in Ken Nickel Recreation Center. The Rampage getting another chance there. It was denied. It's Justin St. Germain's shot. Ball bounced up off the floor from Sika in the far corner. Cody Porter. Cody Porter all alone. Can get the clean shot through. It's bounced off the floor by the Rampage. Sola has it, waits up, lofts it back. Dowswell almost went for the shot. Anton Nishin. McRobbie to Anton Nishin, waits, pass across. Reading that one was McLeod. Now, quick regroup by the Rampage. Anton Nishin. Fired through. Dowswell trying to get that hat trick goal. 2 goals on the day for Riley Dowswell. Anton Nishin behind the back play. Great opportunity once again. The second chance was there and a hit well down. I believe the Outlaws getting another penalty here. Richardson, but all love on that one. So Richardson with the hit against Justin St. Germain. He'll go to the box for cross-checking call. So 25 seconds, 5-on-3 action. Got to try and make quick work with the man up 4-3 to try and extend the lead. Do the Rampage. So in 25 seconds, number 15, Joshua Booth, will head out of the box as we get some things sorted out on the scoreboard here. But it will be two 2-minute penalties thrown up on the board as we do continue play. 6 minutes left in the second. What a sliding save from McLeod. Some yelling from the Outlaws bench, and it's 4 minutes for cross-checking. So 2 separate markers up on the scoreboard, but ref deems that they need to sort it out. Wasn't placed up properly, so they will take a moment to reset and regroup for that one. The unofficial shot totals are in favor of the Rampage, 40-32, 4-3 Red Deer lead. They did have an abbreviated 5-on-3, but it will be man up in a quick timeout called by Red Deer. So the next game for the Outlaws after this one will be against the CROW next Friday, May 30th at the Jerome Iginla Arena. For the Rampage, they'll play the Chill on the 31st. So 5:15 to go. Here in the second, we do have things sorted out. Will continue action. Rampage working it around. It's Intermission, Dowswell. Up in front, number 10, McRobbie. Bounced out. Intercepted Dowswell. About a minute to work with the man up. Intermission. Down low, right side of the net, behind the back play. Fired on. McRobbie gets cross-checked there from McLeod for a second. The goaltender coming out to stand his ground. And the Outlaws couldn't escape the zone in time, so the Rampage 2-on-1. Choosing to take the shot was McRobbie for second. McLeod fighting that one, but pounces on it. Sutherland for the Outlaws. Waits patiently. Carter Grace as they kill some time. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 16 in the power play. 3-second difference. Carter Grace, one-man army, throws one through. Now the Rampage. Thompson to Dowswell. Now the floor is even. Richardson out on the floor. Dowswell. As it bounces all the way down into Rampage end. So 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, 2 for 2 on the power play for the Outlaws. Standing tall on special teams right now. An abbreviated chance on the 5-on-3 for the Rampage. Couldn't capitalize with it, though they did maintain a lot of zone time as we get a wipe on the floor. Want to be safe because spills out there could be dangerous for anybody out there. Action will continue. It's Jesse Porter waiting up. Gonna get it through. And he finds the back of the net. So Jesse Porter ties it. 4 aside. The story for this second period has been all Beaumont. Three-goal run for the Outlaws. The center of the floor gets rolled out to the Rampage. Opp takes a spill. However, he did get it over the middle of the floor, but refs will give it over to the Outlaws. So just over 3 minutes to go in this second. Carter Grace for Beaumont to Hildebrandt. Hildebrand waits up, gets it to Brooks. Brooks trying to step in with the shot. It's Dugan. Or Sika throwing one through. Cox with it. Cox to McRobbie. Antonishin over to Cox. Turning away, gets it to Antonishin. Antonishin. As it pops up, it hopped off a body in front. And then hit the high boards behind the action. It's given to the Outlaws. Hain has it. To Dugan. Sika gets it to Jesse Porter. Jesse Porter got one on. Heisler. This play starts up with the Rampage. Along the far wall. In the middle, it's Dowswell and St. Germain. McRobbie with it. McRobbie trying to loft the pass through behind the back play. McLeod shutting that one down. Sliding on his knees for the save, 1:30 to go. Here in the second. Carter Grace with some speed, takes it in all alone, runs into Heisler. Now a scuffle starts in front of the net. Rampage aren't happy with the Outlaws surging their goaltender. But the refs quick to action to push them aside. Couple head taps between the two number 3s. Tavian Pike and Carter Grace. It seems like Colin Heisler is okay. He'll maintain the crease. Another reason why you wear so much protective gear in such a physical game. Now we need another wipe here on the floor. On that left side of the net. So 1:20 left to go in this second. 4-4 is the score. 43 shots for the Rampage. And 236, or 37, sorry. 6 shot differential. Pike, who has a goal, gets it to St. Germain. Now it's Dowswell getting one through. McLeod with the denial. McLeod to Goudreau. Goudreau, hard pass up. Sika couldn't get it. Brooks is trying to smack it down. Now it's Opp. Under a minute to go. He throws it through. Dowswell taking the spill almost in behind the net there. Sika. Sika on the right side. Inside. Fires one on and in the mesh. He's kept on. Now some extracurriculars for a moment there. As each team makes their respective changes. 23 seconds to go. The Rampage with the ball. Josh St. Germain gets it to Justin St. Germain. Anton Nishin. Hard shot on! And it's Wyatt McRobbie with 11.1 seconds in the period, taking the lead back for the Rampage. So that's their first goal of this period. All their scoring previous to this fifth one, all coming in that first period. McRobbie has seen a lot of chances from the right side of that net this whole period, and he's able to capitalize. So Justin St. Germain, it's 1-on-3. Pike taking it to the corner, but it's a dying seconds of the period. Some hard-fought action, but some love given between both teams. A quick hug from opposing players. It'll be 5-4 lead for the Rampage entering the final frame, and we will be back here on CROW LAX TV to wrap things up after a brief intermission. Welcome back to the Ken Nickel Recreation Center down in Beaumont, Alberta, as we have just one period of action remaining between the Outlaws and the Rampage. And what a story was in that second period. Entering the frame, it was a 4-1 lead for the Rampage, and it was quickly squandered by the Outlaws, performing on the power play, finding the back of the net twice with the man up. And finding another marker as well to tie it at 4 apiece. But with 11.1 seconds left in the period, the Rampage regained the lead. 5-4 is the score, as we have 20 minutes of action left here in this game. And this is the one and only matchup between these two clubs during the regular season. So from the hop, the Rampage control from Nicholas. That's to St. Germain. Now in front! And it's Colton Cox getting one in the back of the net. 21 seconds into action. So quick strike and a quick finish. Now the lead's back to 2 for Red Deer. Technically in playtime, that's 2 goals in 32 seconds. In between periods, of course, the end of the second and the start of the third, but nonetheless, 2 quick markers. That one from Colton Cox. He controls once again. Cox handing it off to Nicholas. Nicholas trying to step inside, get in towards the net. He got yanked back for a second. He had to regroup to the corner. Now it's to St. Germain off the shoulder of McLeod. McLeod up to number 74, Colby Hain. He couldn't get over middle ground in time. And that 8-second marker. So will be Nicholas from the far side to start things up once again. Nicholas now to St. Germain, over to Dowswell. Dowswell finds the back of the net. That's his third of the contest. Now it's 7-4 for the Rampage. It's almost like they forgot they only had 1 goal in that second. So 2 quick striking chances. And in this third frame, in 1 minute and 18 seconds, Red Deer finding the back of the net twice to take the lead back to 3 goals. 7-4 for Red Deer. Now the Outlaws have to try and stop the bleeding, because that's about 2 goals, 1 minute and 45 seconds, counting that 5th marker from Red Deer at the end of the second with 11.1 seconds left in that frame. So now back to work, Colton Cox. Intermission was there as well. And it's Nicholas spinning aside just before hitting the crease, unloading that one. So it bounces out to St. Germain. It's Justin St. Germain trying to find the mesh of Nicholas's stick, and it's Ellis. 2-on-1 chance. Carter Grace getting in towards the net. Couldn't take the shot. This worked back up to Sika. Sika trying to see one through and gets it off of his stick right as the shot clock expired. Heisler holding sway. Scott for the Rampage, dropping the shoulder, trying to charge on through. Bounces it off the floor, trying to get it to McRobbie. Now it's the Outlaws getting hold of the ball. Having some trouble getting over the line, though. Osman is able to evade all of it. Get it to Jesse Porter. 15 seconds on the shot clock as Porter tries to find some room. Low shot, save, comes up for grabs. The Outlaws keep it. Hildebrand to Sika. Back to Hildebrand. Hildebrand swinging through. High shoulder save by Heisler. And now, in all alone, it's Nygaard. Sorry, the one-on-one action. Nygaard got that shot through. Cody Porter finding some space to get it into Rampage territory. It's Grace. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Grace gets raced for second. He gets back up, works it through. Onto the far side. Grace gets it returned back to him. Throws it through. Trickles past Heisler for a moment, but into the corner. Lucky bounce from Heisler. A misplay for a second there from Rossman, but the over and back given to Red Deer. So 2 quick markers puts the Rampage back up by 3. 7-4 is the score. It was 5-4 entering this third frame here, and in 1 minute and 18 seconds, the Rampage were able to regain that lead they once had. So another shot fired through. I believe that was St. Germain with that one, as Beaumont is able to take it and giddy up the zone. Cody Porter to Jesse Porter. Porter to Keller. Spinning is Brooks. Brooks hard across, and the seeing shot finds the mesh. And the Outlaw is able to stop the bleeding and get back up on the board. Kai Ellis with the goal. So exactly 15 minutes in this third period. Tons of time to work with for either side. As it's scooped up right from the draw by the Outlaws. Jesse Porter has it. Porter gets caught up in no man's land, feeding the pass through. Hildebrand down low, top of the zone, over to Brooks. Brooks keeps hold, gets it to Grace. Grace to Sika. Sika gets turned out towards the net, thrown onto the cage. Unintentionally, though the Rampage now have hold. Sola to Nicholas. To the corner. McRobbie. St. Germain. High shot. Just missed by Dowswell. Rampage keep it. Dowswell. Cross. Nicholas trying to find the left side of the net. Hard and high through. Still up for grabs. Rampage get it. Nicholas keeping balance. 11 seconds and ticking for the shot clock. McRobbie swinging one on. That one hit the goaltender McLeod. Maybe that came off his helmet, giving his head a bit of a shake on that one. Use any part of your body that you can to make the save. And that he did. Now another shot and another save by McLeod. Dowswell peppering McLeod. Dowswell still out on the floor. Keep it over Middle ground, the hard hit was there. And Dowswell, hard hit, looked like he was grabbing his knee there. On the impact on the wall, he does get up, but immediately blown down. And he will get up and take a waltz back to the offensive zone. So thrown into the box for that one, Sika. Riley Dowswell staying out after that impactful crunch along the wall. So another power play opportunity for the Rampage, Antonition. And scoring there was Nicholas. A behind the back pass. Nicholas extending the lead back to 3, making quick work, 7 seconds into the man advantage. 8-5 Red Deer. Beaumont was quite lethal on the power play in that second period. They started charging back to try and tie the game with back-to-back power play goals. Discipline, or rather special teams being a factor on either side here today. So Nicholas, the goal assisted by Antonition. It's Colton Cox with it. Cox gets it to Pike, to Antonition. Dowswell, who drew that penalty. Dowswell working his way through, shimmies, thrown down heavily to the floor. The save was made, but Dowswell needing the quick hand up. They did find the back of the net on that play. Missed that one. My apologies on that, but it is 9-5 for the Rampage. Dowswell still making the play while falling. Helps his team. Now with their largest lead of the contest, 4 goals. Still some time to go. Carter Grace sending it over. Rossman denied. Rossman to Hildebrand. Rossman still there, and it bounces up. Calling for that one was Heisler. It's over 12 minutes left to go in the third here. Thompson leaving it for Nicholas. To St. Germain. St. Germain waits. Antonition, spinning shot, denied McRobbie. Here comes McKenna. McKenna to Grace. Seelaw and Brooks as well as Dugan out there. Seelaw to Grace behind the back. Move goes wide. Brooks gets it. Cody Porter. Cross. Seelaw held on that. Couldn't get the shot away. Red Deer now with the quick pass up. St. Germain. Didn't have a favorable chance to get one on. We'll get it to Antonition. Now to McRobbie. Robbie. St. Germain. Low shot. Kicked aside. McLeod. And throwing his opposition to the board. Richardson. Bit of a spinning check there. And a healthy cross check now as a battle commences between Richardson there. Rampage getting another shot on. Shot 62-43 for the Rampage, getting lots of shots on this one. That was a heavy hit along the boards. Rampage will get it. Now it's Pike. Pike dancing his way into the middle as it's worked along the perimeter. Dowswell to St. Germain. Well, still along the wall. Pike. Dowswell heads off for the change. Another heavy hit against him, but the shot clock will expire. Osman to Hildebrand. Hildebrand spinning, waiting, firing. In off the crest of Heisler. The ref's quick to blow the whistle. 9:25 to go here in this third period. 9-5 is the score for the Rampage. Their largest lead in the game. They lead by 4 goals. Under half the period to go. Shot 62-44 in favor of Red Deer. And the next game for the Rampage will be Saturday, May 31st against the Chill, while the Outlaws will face the CROW next Friday. So the Outlaws in the offensive zone get a chance. It's Grace here. Grace pushed aside, takes it to the middle, still finds the shot on. Bobbles up behind the net, picked up by Heisler. Now taking that up is Johnson. Johnson to St. Germain. Cross, hard shot swung through. Another possible opportunity and just over top of the net. Nicholas. Goudreau sends a pass up to Ellis. Ellis with a goal in the game. Ellis to Jesse Porter. Porter has some help fending off the pressure, but couldn't get the pass through. Now lofted pass to the hands of Sola. Smacked aside. Sola still ends up with it on the far wall. Anton Nishin brings one in towards the cage, fended off by McLeod. Now from the top of the zone, Justin St. Germain. And the net, Sola trying to get it into the hands of Anton Nishin. He does, though he couldn't unload any chance towards the net. 7:50 to go. Beaumont takes it up the floor. Cody Porter gets it to Dugan. To Sela. And now a rush from Thompson. In all alone, fires. Couldn't find the net on that one. Good rushing chance, however, from Thompson. A broken 2-on-1. Kept mushing along for that breakaway chance. Dowswell. The top of the zone, Anton Nishin. Fired through from McRobbie. Now it's Richardson. Richardson to the hands of Booth. Booth gets it to the corner. Now to Sika. Sika was there trying to cut his way towards the net. 6:44 to go. The far side wall. It's Nicholas slowing things down for the Rampage. They're up by 4 goals. Not much, if any, scoring needed by them. They can take their time killing the clock and maintaining possession. Now the low shot through Dowswell. McLeod saving that one. Beaumont with their hand. Keller to Hildebrand. Hildebrand swoops it back to Goudreau. Grace. Hildebrand trying to fish one through. Hard save made by Heisler. So bounces back down the zone. The Outlaws will take it to work back up. 5:35 to go to try and get back in this one. Now waiting up Dugan. Dugan tried to put some weight in for the shot. Didn't see what he liked. It's Cody Porter. Outside, back to the inside, and finds the back of the net. So down by 3, 9-6. Rampage lead. The Outlaws need to find 3 more to tie it up. And you don't want to wait or be too patient if you're the Outlaws, but just the right amount of poise to wait for that right opportunity. And Cody Porter and company did just that. So it's picked out from the draw by St. Germain. He gets it to Cox. Cox has a chance. And he finds the back of the net. Quick answer by the Rampage. So Colton Cox had some time to find his spot. And a couple of goals in the contest for the Rampage ended up just barely being able to trickle in. And that one did just that. So another face-off here. Justin St. Germain with a second straight win by the face-off, on the face-off. Rampage now still the offensive zone, though, forcing the Outlaws as they take possession. Now Pike trying to be a little bit too fancy on that one. Doesn't get the clean shot through. Throw back to the near side for Grace. Grace, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Hands it to Keller. Now in front. Goudreau denied. Whistle blown. Red Deer will have the chance to take it back up. 10-6. They lead, regaining the 4-goal lead once again, about 20 seconds after the Outlaws found a marker to take it back within 3. Now it's Sika. Almost picked up. Dugan, though, providing some pressure. Now bringing that one up is Johnson. Johnson with the pass through, and what a save by McLeod. McRobbie with that heavy chance. Grace. Grace trying to generate something. The diving play. Deemed no good. Holding this is Smith. Now Jesse Porter. Bounces it down low for Dugan. Couldn't pick the grounder up for a moment. Brooks has it. Just over 3 minutes to go. Sika to Grace, but now it's picked up and brought back down the other way. 1-on-2. Good defensive recovery from the Outlaws, though. Rampage now taking their time. That pickoff was made by Kale Opp. As Red Deer's in shutdown mode. A heavy shot thrown on with just 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Dowswell with that one. So Kai Ellis just getting over middle ground in time. Dugan, 2:15 to go. Ellis to Dugan. Another chance. Just going wide. Almost bounces to the Rampage bench. And a hard shot down off the floor. As the shot clock runs out. So now it's Nygaard. Nygaard under 2 to go. Working away is Nygaard to make it Robbie, but the ref's hand is up. Some rough action will go on here. Nygaard, the high cross check against Osman. And I'm pretty sure that will be a penalty for Beaumont. So Jacob Goudreau to the box for 2 minutes, 1:39 left to go. 4-goal deficit for the Outlaws. And the Rampage scored on their other power play opportunity this period. Now, a couple catching back and forth plays here. As the seeing eye is catched up by McLeod. Now Anton Nishin to Nicholas. Nicholas whipping one on. Right side save by McLeod. And Nicholas is able to come back on the defense. Make it over the line now with under a minute to go. 20 seconds in the shot clock. Nicholas handed to Anton Nishin. Returns a favor. Dowswell walking in. Gets a clean shot through. Dowswell once again cross crease. And McLeod. We're back to Anton Nishin. 23 seconds in the shot clock. Anton Nishin behind the back. Thrown through. McLeod didn't know where it was, but recovery by Hain. A hard pass all the way down the floor. 20 seconds and trickling in play. 10-6. Rampage lead by 4. And they will just drain out the remainder of the time on the clock. And what a game we saw here. 10-6 is the final score for Red Deer over Beaumont. And it was tied for a brief moment, or for quite some time in that second frame. 4-4, it was tied at a time, but the game started with the Outlaws scoring, and then 4 unanswered goals by the Rampage led them into the second period before they took some penalties, and some power play markers from the Outlaws helped them to tie it at 4. Though with 11.1 seconds left in that second period, the Rampage were able to regain the lead. 5-4 entering the third frame, and then they scored 2 goals in 1 minute and 18 seconds to extend their lead back to 3, and they maintained control for the remainder of that third period and ended up playing defense in the final few minutes of that one. I will say the next game for the Outlaws comes next Friday on the 30th in the Jerome McGinley Arena against the Crude. And for the Rampage, they will battle the Chill on the 31st. But thank you so much for tuning in here on CROW LAX TV. I'm Zachary Kubish with the play-by-play coverage of the game. Have yourself a great rest of your day.